Hey guys, all up in your face. It is Wednesday. It is September 18th. It is time for Simple Pleasures. I'm excited because I enjoy doing Simple Pleasures. It takes me back to a place and it reminds me that life is not what I see, it's what I appreciate. With that said, let's get it done. Today I have two for you. One of them is mine and another one is from someone who sent one to me. And I'm gonna read that one to you guys. But first, let me get to the one that's mine, okay? So I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, what am I gonna talk about this week? What is my simple pleasure? I try to, as the week progresses, get them fresh. And it hit me, okay? Some of y'all are gonna be like, Michi, come on, give me a break. But I'm gonna set it up for you. This simple pleasure reminds me of when I was a kid. You guys remember those simple pleasures, like for instance, let me give you an example. Saturday morning cartoons, your favorite cereal, and your mom or dad is asleep, and you just going at it, eating as much cereal as you want, and your favorite cartoon is on. Tell me you don't remember that. That was a simple pleasure as a child for me, okay? So that's an example. Now, do I do that today? No, I don't get up on Saturday and watch cartoons anymore and eat all the cereal that I can. No, I don't do that. So it hit me when I was in the store the other day. But, hold on, I'm sorry, I have to backtrack. But when I look at cereal in the store, it triggers something in my mental Rolodex. And I go, yeah, that was cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, here we go. So this other food, is it a food? I don't even know what this is. It does that for me. And let me tell you what it does. I grew up military. I told you guys that. My mother and my father used to go to the field. For those of you who are civilian, would mean that if you're in the military, you go for training. You can be gone a week, 2 weeks, a month, depending on what type of training it is. But my mom and my dad always made sure we ate a meat, 2 different vegetables, and they had to be different colors. Like you had to have like your chicken breast with carrots and peas and then a salad. You couldn't have like chicken breast, peas, and green beans. Always had to be that different color action going on, okay? You had to get that. You had to have your salad, which is your roughage. She always said that. My dad was really a stickler for that. But when he went to the field, we could eat whatever we wanted, okay? I didn't realize it was my mom getting a break and not cooking. Let me tell you guys what my sister and I used to eat. You ready? Yes, ramen noodles. Let me tell you something. I don't eat these today, not at all. But every time I see ramen noodles, it takes me back to when my mother would let us go in the kitchen and make a masterpiece, Chef Boy Armici, of ramen noodles. Shut up. You know you did it. What'd you put in yours? Sausage, hot dogs, cheese, eggs. What'd you put in there? Tell me what you put in your ramen noodles. Don't trip. Some of y'all still eat them. I'm not mad at you. They're just not what I like to eat today. But oh my gosh. So I saw these in the store and I was like, oh man, ramen noodles. And guess what? Back then they were so good. I would get that Louisiana hot sauce. You know, you just get as much hot sauce as you can. Put your salt, your pepper, and whatever else you need. This is full of sodium, like you need the salt and pepper. And then if you were really crafty, you broke them up. Remember you used to break them up as small as you could? But then there were days where I thought, you know what? I don't feel like breaking them up. I'm just gonna throw them in the boiling water. Stop. And speaking about the boiling water, I never read the instructions. Never. You know why? Because I could make ramen noodles, okay? I could eyeball it. And then when you put them in, you knew if you put a little bit too much water, you could pour out the water before you put that pack in. Shut up. Because you know you need to pour out the water before you add the pack because it becomes watery. Ramen noodles, y'all. This, as a child, was one of my simple pleasures. Is it today? Not so much. But when I look at it, I go, And I got these from a coworker. I'm bad. I said, girl, do you have any ramen noodles in your desk? With that said, I say ramen noodles. Some people say ramen noodles. So in the comments below, can y'all tell me either the Facebook, YouTube, however you responded, do you say ramen or ramen? I don't know. What, is it a ray or a raw? I need your ray or your raw. In the comments below, tell me please what food you ate as a kid that you're like, man, whew, that was one of my simple pleasures. You might not eat it today, but man, whew. Okay, I'm getting hot now. I'm just getting excited about it. Am I gonna eat these? No, I'm not. Okay, well maybe I'll try them. It's been a while. Okay, so that's mine. All right, so this is my simple pleasure part 2. Okay, I'll be really quick. I'm gonna explain it to you. This simple pleasure came from a coworker, and she said to me that one of her simple pleasures is when she realizes that her little person that's with her little mini me, reaches for her hand. That moment she reaches for her hand, like if you're in the mall or the store, and your fingers cup together. Now, oh God, and to me that's beautiful. When they you know, that undergrasp. So as I read it, let me read it to you, okay? Okay, so I've incorporated this into my life, my gorgeous, goofy, kindred spirit. Are you ready? My simple pleasure is settle that reach for your hand from either your significant other, then the union of hands. I'm talking about that under palm kind of grasp. Or when I'm walking in the mall with your significant other and she remembers she is still my little minion and holds my hand. That simple touch and union of hands reminds me that he or she cares, tells me I love you and I still need you. Oh my God, when I read that, I was like, you are so right, because let me tell you something, okay? For those of you who do the PDA, the public displays of affection, a lot of people hold hands like this, right? And that's cool, holding hands is beautiful. If I'm gonna hold hands, for some reason, I like to hold hands like this. There's something about that intertwining, that connection of that, I don't know if it's because there's fingers, I don't know. Do y'all feel me? There's nothing wrong with holding hands, but truly, as a kid, my mother and father and I, we didn't hold hands like this. I hold hands like that with my husband. But like babies, we hold hands like that, our young people or anyone else. Even in prayer, when we're praying, my husband and I try to get my fingers in a way. There's just something about that connection. That's a great one. Can you guys relate to that? What about you? Do you hold hands a certain way? Do you do the cup like this? Or do you do this one? Let me know. So we'll call this one the cup, and I'll call this one the clasp. Which one do you do? They're all beautiful. Do you guys notice that as we do these simple pleasures, a lot of them speak to family, other people, friends, just being human? I think that's awesome. I really do. Okay, I've been talking a long time. You guys are great. I'll see you next Wednesday. Let's go eat.